you guys? Welcome back to our Ren Talks channel where we're putting the spotlight back on localized initiatives.
Today we're here with Marley Blok from Arnprior District High School.
Thank you for meeting with us today.
No problem.
So explain kind of what it is you do and what basically what you put in your application.
Okay, so basically 2 years ago I went on an expedition up to the Arctic, and coming back was inspired to start a not-for-profit sustainable clothing company called Endvr apparel. So 10% of the revenue from the project is going towards a company based up in Northwest Territories called Ecology North. And essentially what we're working with them on initiatives to do more research for climate change, and also like working with the Inuit up north about educating them about climate change as well.
All right, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so who inspired you to do this?
So basically, Students on Ice was really a big factor for sure. You have the opportunity afterward to apply for grants. So a friend of mine, we applied for a grant. But it was just being up there and with the scientists that had been up there every year for the past 10 years, they're able to show you like the retreation of the glaciers and all the effects that climate change is having that you wouldn't notice down here. So that was definitely a big factor, was being able to go up and see the effects firsthand, and then taking back that knowledge to southern communities.
So you mentioned working with people in the Northwest Territories and working with organizations. So what kind of work have you been doing here?
So basically what we've been doing is really, just because it's the start of the company, what we're working towards is making it more engaging for youth. So we want to be able to build a platform to help kind of inspire youth to do their own projects, as well as bringing down some of the information that they wouldn't normally get, that we were able to experience up north. For sure is a big one.
So you want people to start their own projects, and what would exactly be your tips for students starting their own projects?
Yeah, so tips definitely is just to go out there and do it. It's definitely an intimidation factor for sure. Even just starting it was a big intimidation factor for me, but you just kind of have to go out and give it your all, and then you'll start to see the positive repercussions coming back.
So what's your company called and what do you do here?
So it's called Endvr apparel. So right now I'm wearing a hat. We just have
merch.
Yeah. we just have hats right now. So we have khaki left actually. I'm all out of navy, and they're $25. And basically, by wearing a hat, not only are you promoting the brand, but it's also a big conversation piece, especially within our school. A lot of kids will see you wearing a hat and they'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" or "Why is everyone wearing it?" And so it's a good way to be able to spread the information about what we're really trying to educate kids about.
And so moving forward, is there like other clothing items that you're thinking of, more organizations?
Yeah, so definitely we want to either be able to work with more nonprofit organizations or be able to donate more than 10% is a big one for us. Next steps, we're currently talking about getting sweaters or something along the lines of that. We'll see. But yeah, we're definitely hoping to expand to be able to reach out to more youth.
So is this something you do by yourself, or do you have a team here?
Yeah, I have the other co-founder. She's actually from Wilkeville, Nova Scotia. So we're based out of Ontario, Nova Scotia.
And so she sells stuff as well there in Nova Scotia? Okay.
Yeah. So basically her role is kind of like financing. So she's got two parents who are professors at Acadia Business. So they kind of help her with like the budgeting and everything for the behind the scenes of the project. And then together we work on like the designs and everything. Like the logo was actually designed by an Indigenous designer from Saskatchewan, which was pretty cool.
You're all across Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, the project actually initially started with a girl from Vancouver, a girl from Saskatchewan, myself, a girl from Quebec, and then Nova Scotia.
Wow.
But then another three dropped out, so it's just us now.
So where do the profits go? They just continue to...
Yeah, so I mean, we have to have some turnaround just to be able to like have more stuff available. But definitely as we get bigger, we plan to donate more than 10%. It is a completely non-profit organization, so I'm not making any money off of it. My partner isn't making any money off of it, which is definitely something that people are always like, well, why wouldn't you? It's more like based on the...
It's not the point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the point of the project.
So how long did it take you to get this project up and going?
It took 2 years. We actually, just a few months ago, came out with the project. It was because we had to apply for a grant, then we had to find a supplier that would ensure that all the products are sustainable and we could get certification. And then it was getting the logo designed, and then it was figuring out, you know, what we wanted, where we wanted to go into, all that. But we finally just are getting the first push out there.
So looking back, what is your probably proudest accomplishment through your business?
Definitely just being able to see people like wearing the hats around school. Like the other day there was like 4 kids in my class that was wearing it. Just like those like little moments for sure when I'm seeing people wear it. Actually, there was on the news the other day, we were having interviews done in Rhodey's Bay, and someone was wearing a hat on CTV News. So that was pretty cool. So just like being able to see people actually like wearing the product and enjoying it is a proud moment for sure.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
So where does your HQ, where do you work out of?
So right now I'm working out of my bedroom. So I've got a box of hats and everything in my bed, and I'm selling them, you know, out of my locker, out of the back of my car kind of thing. So it's an ongoing process for sure, just getting the word out there. I'm actually going to be heading down to a few local stores to see if they'll be taking hats in stores. Eloise in Nova Scotia, she's got a few of the hats in stores already too. But yeah, right now it's kind of just based on us FaceTiming each other on our laptop, sitting in our bedroom,
Right.
trying to work it out, yeah.
So how can people contact you, and how can they
Yeah, so
get in touch to purchase your stuff?
so we actually have a website. It's called, if you just like Google Endvr Apparel, it's www.endvrapparel.com. And right now we don't have like an online banking and shipping system set up yet. But if you find us on Instagram and DM us or message us on Facebook or send us an email, or, you know, any way you can get in contact, and we can ship hats all over Canada, and yeah.
So moving forward, the plan is to get an online website? Is
Yeah,
that like to sell stuff?
Yeah, exactly. We have our website up and running. It's definitely a rough copy of it for sure. We're hoping to add more pictures of the hats in, and then yeah, definitely get the online baking up and running so that we can reach more kids.
They have everything covered, folks.
Yeah.
Everything
for real.
covered.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to sit
No
and talk to
problem.
us today.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to tune in next week where we continue to put the spotlight on localized initiatives.